Hey family, welcome to another episode of Family Meeple, and today we're doing a redo of the Marvel United Ultimate campaign of Hela being taken on by Thor and Vision. You can have a look at our last video where we absolutely were defeated, but I hadn't realised, and thank you for One Stop Carp Shop pointing out to me, cheers Steve. Hela comes with special setup rules, so I'd missed that because on the original flimsy card villain boards that came with the original game, rather than the hard ones introduced on the back the super villain mode, where you could play a person could play a villain against up to 4 people playing the heroes taking them on. So introduce rules for how to do that. Otherwise I wasn't aware that there were special setup rules. So this is the first encountered in the Marvel United Ultimate campaign where we have a villain with a special setup rule. So for Hela, it says set aside the banished master plan card, place it on top of the deck after shuffling it, and Hela starts the game on the villain dashboard. So that is what we've done. So set that aside to say this is going to be her first card to play, and she has 4 hit points life, with 2 heroes attacking. And just to recap, her special rules are she can't take any damage so long as Fenris Wolf is on the board, is in play, and her BAM will do 1 damage to each hero in her location. In the event of overflow, if Fenris is in play, he will gain an additional health and can go above his starting value, but if Fenris Wolf is not in play, then a Necro Sword threat will be put back into play if possible, and her villainous plot will be to knock out both of the heroes at the same time. So obviously with only 2 heroes, as I mentioned last time, it will certainly be a challenge. So let's have a look at the other threats. So we have obviously the threat of Fenris Wolf, so that will deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location. And then alternatively, every other location has these Necro Swords representing the obsidian blades and the spread across Asgard from Hela. So deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are any thugs in that location, it deals 2 damage instead. Okay, so that's how this will operate. So her first card then banished. Hela will enter play when resolving her first BAM effect. So as it stands presently, she is not in play. So this time we'll be rolling the d6 to see where our heroes begin. So they will be beginning on location number 4, this being number 1 always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that is done its due, and we will draw our hands up. So Vision will have 3 to start, and Thor will have 3 to start, and then we'll play left to right. So Thor will begin. And what do we have? So we've got a Necro Sword in play, but ultimately we want to try and take out Fenris as soon as possible, so that threat is dealt with. Of course, there are cards in Hela's deck that will bring Fenris back into play, but we'll worry about those as and when they come up. What we don't want is to get those extra hit points, life force coming onto Fenris Wolf. So what do we have? We have some move and heroic feats, and we have a double attack. We've got a civilian and a thug in 3 locations leading up to Fenris. So let's commence with a move and heroic feat. So we'll move and save a civilian. rescue a civilian. So that's it for Thor's first action. Over to Vision, we'll draw a card. So we have more heroic feats. So let's get rid of this set of swords. So we can move and 2 heroic feat to clear this necro sword, which is our first threat cleared. And with the extra heroic feat, we'll also rescue a further civilian. Okay, so far so good. And more attacks from Thor, which is good, but we've not got a move now, which is not so good. Therefore, do I want to clear another necro sword? Oh, actually, at the end of, before I do that, at the end of Vision's turn, he can siphon some cards. As we don't have a lot of locations full at the moment, I'm going to siphon that one. There's no attacks in there, and let's see if we can get a new set. Much better, lots of double resources for us to utilise next turn, so that's good. I want to get over there, I want to attack, but I haven't got a move and attack, and there's no move available. And I should have probably thought a bit better about what I was doing. How very uncooperative of me. Okay. So the best thing I can do then, I think, is to use the heroic feat to do a move and 2 heroic feat to clear this. So we've cleared 2 necro swords. Across the top of the board, may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them. May move any other hero. So I can't move that. If I can't move Thor, that's fine. I'll leave him where he is. So that's 3 actions done for the heroes. We will draw Hela's first card. It has a BAM on it, so she will now come into play. Where she comes, she will move to the location, the hero with the most cards. We all have full health. If it's a tie, then we choose. Okay, so who do I want to be attacked? Well, Vision will be going first next, so let's go with Vision and see how this plays out. So she'll do 1 damage to a hero in that location with her BAM. What card to get rid of? I've got 2 of those, so we'll get rid of 1 of them. There you go, simple logic. Okay, that's it for her BAM. None of the other BAMs affect play, although there are plenty out on the board. And she will now proceed to put out additional civilians for rescuing. So 1 in that location, 2 in the Bifrost Bridge, and 2 in the throne room. So with plenty of capacity, no concern of overflow at this stage. There we go. Okay, and that's it, folks. That's her action. So we are back to Vision. So draw a card to attack. Can't attack her. We want to get these moves down, and we have got some civilians to rescue now, and we have got more in there. So let's do that. So let's do a move. Whoop. And I can do a double heroic feat, rescuing another 2 civilians. And I do have another move. Now I could move back to where Hela currently is, or I could stay put. Do you know what? I'm going to stay put. Stay put. Doesn't make any difference now. that's fine. I'll stay where I am. That'll do. That will do. Okay, so Thor's turn. Oh, nice. Move and deal 3 damage to a single attack by throwing Mjolnir. Very good. Very good. But that would only leave Vision with a move. Did I therefore want to? Maybe I should have moved him back. But it is what it is. For now, Thor will move and throw Mjolnir at Fenris Wolf, dealing 3 points of damage to the wolf. And it is Vision's turn. I would take out the thug. I just don't want to move. Is the reality of the beast. Although I could move an attack and again just clear Fenris Wolf. What to do, folks? What to do? Do you know what? I'm going to do a move and heroic feat and attack and clear these tokens, so rescue a civilian and whoops, get out of the way, Hela, and defeat a thug. It puts me back there because then it enables me to cycle these 2 as single icon cards and hopefully get something better. So I've got a wild and a double wild, very tasty. Okay, that's it. 3 actions from the heroes. We are back to Hela, and of course she stays where she is. Okay, so she doesn't do anything, she will stay where she is, and instead she will raise an undead army. She will proceed to add 2 thugs to every location across the board. Now fortunately this is the card that brings Fenris Wolf back into play. As we have not defeated Fenris Wolf, he'll just stay where he is, which is nice. This overflows, which means a sword comes back into play, which is not great, but I don't think it's insurmountably bad either. And 2 thugs here as well, and 2 there. Wow, that is a lot of tokens, folks. That's a lot of tokens. Okay, so 1 undead army raised, and we got away fairly light, methinks. Vision was the last hero to act, so we are back to Thor. Oh, he's got Mjolnir back out again. I'm going to keep that, hopefully get the chance to use it. We've got plenty of thugs to knock around, so I will do an attack. We've got a rescue as well, so we've got a single attack to finish off the wolf, which clears our 3rd threat. And at the end of the turn, his Guardian Paladin may add up to 2 civilians and or thugs to any location. Okay, not worried about that at the moment, but I do want to take out now 2 thugs. So that's our A row cleared, and then with the heroic feat I can also rescue a civilian. So again, making some good leeway and progress there. Is it worth now therefore then playing out 2 civilians? I think it is. Let's try try it out, shall we, folks? Okay, over to Vision. So invulnerability, so this is quite tasty. Can move and then is protected from any damage up until the beginning of the next turn. Do I want to move? Do I need to move? Not convinced, folks, not convinced. What have I got? I've got 2 thugs I can rescue there. What have I got? 2 punches, so I could do that and then start working towards re-clear. Oh, no, that's no good to us. Therefore, I wonder, is it worth moving here? We'll use a crisis token to indicate that he's got a layer of protection on him till the beginning of the next turn. I'll put it down here, try and remind me. What are we doing? So we're doing a move, and I've got... Why would I do that? Move into attack. Well, we'll do 1 attack here and 1 attack here. That's as good as any. Okay. So, back to Thor. What do we need to do? So we need to clear some more civilians and or thugs. Mjolnir isn't going to help us at this moment, and we have a move in the kitty. Therefore, don't need to do another move. Don't think. I think it might be worth getting Odin's vault revealed. We're about to take damage, so therefore let us do a move and clear 2 thugs. Okay, so we're well on our way to clearing our missions. 3 actions down, it's back to Hela. Okay, here we go. Move to location where the hero the most cards, which is absolutely Thor. On his vault, and she will ban, so she'll do 1 point of damage to Thor. Am I better to keep those or that? I will get rid of that. Okay. So, lost a card. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location, and if there are thugs there, deal 2 damage instead. So thankfully we cleared the thugs, but it will do another. Will be dealt another damage. I'm going to keep hold of Mjolnir in the hope we'll get the chance to use it, and then we're putting out more thugs. So we've got 2 more thugs where we are. 1 more thug. We got away with it, folks. In each adjacent site, no overflow. Very good. So that is it for Hela, and it's back to Vision. Didn't take any damage. Oh, in fact, with the bam, he would have taken damage, but he didn't take damage, so that's fine because he was protected. Okay, evolving game 1. Wild token for each full location, which is currently 3. That's not a bad card right now, I reckon. I reckon, is that worth using versus the 2 wild? I think we're going to use the 2 wild for now. What do I want to do with it? Because I don't have any thugs there to attack. That's what I've currently got lined up, is a whole bunch of attack. Therefore, rather than that, I suppose I am better to use that, which gets me 3 wild tokens. 1, 2, 3. And a wild and 2 attack, which means I can move for that wild. I can then use those 3 wilds that I just picked up to clear this threat, clearing the first of my 3 missions, and the double attack I can use to take out these 2 thugs, clearing the second of my 2 missions. Heimdall's Observatory, you may move any number of heroes from any locations to this location. Is it worth me doing that? I don't think it is, just given Thor's current condition. Okay. So Thor is still to act, and right now Hela is vulnerable, and we have a wild, which means, folk, we've done it. Mjolnir, double Mjolnir, can you imagine? Mjolnir doesn't even need to move. He can do 3-point attack from Mjolnir, 1, 2, 3, and then the wild in play deal the extra final point of damage, and that's it, folks. Wow, that was incredibly rapid. 1, 2, 3, 4 actions from Hela, and we defeated her. Wow. Okay, that was far simpler than my previous game, where Hela obviously started on the board and was causing chaos right from turn 1. I confess I did have a couple of false starts. I recorded trying to increase the resolution of the recording, but unfortunately my camera only can manage 10 minutes worth of filming in that higher resolution mode and then stops. Unfortunately, I didn't know that it had stopped, so I I played through an entire playthrough, but only recorded the first 10 minutes. So I was a little bit bummed out with that. But anyway, we got this done. We got it done properly, so that's great. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am thoroughly enjoying continuing to play through this. It just continues to be so different, with the different variety of the villains, their threats, how they interact on the board, and even just the heroes that we're playing with, the different cards that they have. So yeah, thoroughly enjoying this. Thank you for joining me at the table. Thank you for watching. And yeah, if you do observe anything that you think, oh, not quite sure about, one of the things I'm still in a bit of a quandary about is these, when you have got threat cards that have multiple tokens, do you have to complete them in the order that they're listed, or can you just allocate as you please until they're all completed? I couldn't find anything in the FAQ, and I couldn't find anything in the original rules validated one way or the other. So if you do have thoughts, opinions around that, please drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining the table, and yeah, hopefully see you again at the next episode as we continue to play through the Marvel United Ultimate campaign, and we'll see which villain will be taking on next.